3-point deficit early, another game where you're able to kind of claw your way back in it, but ultimately just couldn't get the shots to close the gap entirely. Your thoughts on how that one unfolded?
Yeah, just a classic like too little, too late type thing. We have been a team, build an early deficit, come back, dramatic fashion. Very explosive scoring team, but unfortunately tonight the luck ran out. I think the key about Capital City is their management of the game, management of pace. So they do a really good job with once they build that lead, then they just handle possessions, execute their offense, get organized. So my biggest thing with the team was pregame was challenge them, come out ready to play, jump this team in the first quarter. Unfortunately, it actually went the opposite way. So then second quarter win by 6, third quarter win by 3, and then they just kind of just finished the game off in a demonstrative fashion. So commend Capital City for their execution, but we did not come to play. I think a big part of that could have been 2 starters who have missed multiple games, Delano Banton and Jamarian Sharp. Just not our best rhythm because our best basketball was played by the second unit. So super disappointed our win streak comes to an end, but a lot to take away from it. Get rested, back at it on Friday.
How much of a impact or how much of a focus were you going to put on starting fast on Friday just because of kind of the rhythm that you've been in the first quarter?
Yeah, it's disappointing. It's very disappointing that we have not started the game well. We will reassess whether it's a lineup thing, whether it's a scheme thing, whether it's just a player mindset type of thing. All those sorts of things that can be factors for that. And in the Cleveland game, we started out 0 to 15, but as I watched it back, I was like, just kind of good old-fashioned shooting luck. We took good shots, we missed them, or dribbled it off our foot, or whatever it may be, and then Cleveland made all their shots, and then sure enough, everything corrected, we win the game. So it's basketball. It's a game of runs, right? But unfortunately tonight, it's usually not. But I think we lost that game in the first quarter because that 14-point lead, we could never overcome it, never break down that wall, the run we needed. So definitely something to continue to assess and just see what we need going forward. Yeah, so they do a lot of we call them peels, or like where small not a center is setting a ball screen, so they run in and run out, so it's a lot of confusion. So looking from the outside, that it just seems like a lot of guys are running around, but it's like organized chaos where their guys are trying to drive the paint and then immediately kick it out to the perimeter. So increasing our defensive awareness, knowing where the shooters are on the floor, and understanding personnel, the guys who are capable of making them, is important. Sometimes you contest and it still goes in, but there is an element of shooting luck. But just our scheme, just staying, we call it square on the ball, guarding on the ball, and then containing so they take away those driving kick threes. Those were a lot of the type of threes they were getting. Commend Cody Topperton and staff. They had 27 assists to our 18, so they do a really good job of moving the ball. But in the second half, we did a little bit better job of that. Only 5 made threes in the second half, but wish we could have cut down those in the first half for sure. Good question. I mean, a guy that large, the heart has a long distance to pump the blood for sure from top to bottom, but he, man, the ankle sprain really, really stinks for him because he was in such a good rhythm, and we're going to get him back to that, but it's just we simulate and practice as best we can to get him rehabbed back and the progression back, but there's nothing quite like that competition. So he was definitely winded. A couple of convenient breaks with the fire alarm and with using timeouts correctly and understanding when the medias are coming to save him. He ended up playing 29 minutes. I was hoping to get him around 30, and we got right there where we needed. And I mean, he's such an impactful player on the team. He's so important for us. So reincorporating him is crucial. But yeah, naturally, he was a little fatigued, and we're going to continue to work with strength and conditioning to get him back to where he needs to be, and then we'll hopefully get that great version of that we had of him earlier in the season.
previous games, especially the home games, you guys have played catch up. It seems like the first half, you guys are just getting beat down, and in the second half, you guys just come back and just wipe the table. Is there something magical that you say to them at halftime? Because we needed that this time.
Hey. Good question. And on a serious note, I think, like for me, I've always been this season I've been a coach who there is no magic formula or whatever it may be at halftime where you can. Because I've had people say that, like, what did you tell them at halftime? I think if you have to do a crazy speech at halftime, you have not done your homework and you've not prepared the team appropriately. So it's just reminding them, hey, remember our principles. Like on offense, we want to drive that ball to the paint. Our paint touch possessions are far more efficient than our non-paint touch possessions. So, hey, if you come down to shoot the quick three, just a reminder, hey, get in that paint, go finish if you don't have it. If not, find your open teammates. So just reminding them of things that have worked, things that we've reinforced. And then, sometimes the game's emotional. Guys have a lot in their mind. Just simplifying the game plan and helping them go out and play like that. So that's usually the message. It's nothing that's I'm not reinventing the wheel here in a halftime where it's 15 minutes long. I got like 3 minutes to talk to the team, but just refocusing them. And then a big thing can also be lineup changes, because that's a big thing you can control. Do you have multiple ball handlers on the floor? Do you go with a shooting lineup? Do you go with a defensive lineup? Do you go with Sharp? Go without Sharp? So those are the things we're always assessing as a staff. And yeah, we're trying to keep tinkering to figure out how we can get off to a good start and not be playing catch up. Because if we can go on those runs while we're up to start the game, then now we got a good formula.
So it's necessarily not a change in game plan, but a change in your roster.
Could be that. Could be a change in emphasis. Could be me calling different plays. Could be a variety of different things. Tonight, we tried some different things. They worked sometimes. They didn't all the time. And ultimately, that's why you end up losing and coming up short. So we needed more consistency in that second half.
Last question, Kevin Owens. Since you're a former player, how has it been coaching, being on the other side?
No, it's been amazing. The transition. So I was in player development and video before, but now being able to be a head coach and standing up there, I see the game through a lot of different lens, but I still try to go back to my playing days and like, how can I prepare this team best possible to have maximum confidence, but not irrational confidence where they're doing it within our system. They're doing what we want to do. Not just, hey, have so much confidence you just launch threes from half court. No, we're going to do it. Be confident in your role. Be elite in your role. And understand that already right here, Jeremiah Robinson Earl does his job at a high level, is elite in his role, NBA call-up, right? You get rewarded for doing those types of things. And that's not the whole purpose. Our purpose is here to develop players in the Mavs ecosystem. Our purpose is to win games. Our purpose is to put a competitive product on the floor every time we go out, regardless of who's playing. So for me, just seeing it through that player lens of, hey, how can I instill some appropriate confidence in these guys is the approach that I try to take. And I find that to be effective. And yeah, I just love seeing the game through this new lens of rather than, hey, let's see how many three-pointers I can hit as a player. Now it's like, hey, how can we help this team be the best it can be on both sides of the floor? So thanks for that question. That's a great question. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Whoever pulled that one off, we can work on it next time.
You had to look around, making sure.
She knows the culprit.
I'm not. Depends on if I want to keep it.
hear nor see anything.
Well, you couldn't.
That's
I
the story.
plead the
And
fifth.
it's
Yeah.
taken down from other people.
That was
Second, third hand information there.
Was it
I'm not sure.
legendary or
It
what?
was wild, yeah.
I
It's
just
like, I didn't even know
like
like the in-house hats.
At first, I
every
thought
time I
it
hear
was
you on the
like,
podcast,
yeah, right.
Talk about it.
At first, it was kind of had a beat to the music.
It's like, I didn't realize that in-house arenas had
Oh,
lights
like
on.
that.
So you kinda have to, but it's like, that's,
That one representative, he started the game, he's like,
It was like,
should we leave or should we stay?
they were talking on, like, the officials were talking back and forth on whether or not to play through. I think they probably should have. And then I turned it to the, I said it was like early 2000 when people had camera phones. You have the flash photography in the crowd, like, in the middle of the they showcase. Oh, yeah, we should just kept. See, like, I hadn't seen them before, but if they've seen it, they should just kept going.
And when you call my wife, you come on and say,
Hello, everyone.
4 for 9, 6 for 6. Elite today.
We have Jermaine
Man,
Sharp,
feel me?
16 points, 6 rebounds tonight. Demoy Hodge with 16 points and 4 rebounds.
Get like me.
2 steals.
I'll let Kyle kick off the questions.
Yeah, guys, this is for both of you, if you want to answer separately, but both of you coming off of missing some time, getting back into the fold a little bit, Jermaine, your first game back. How'd you feel tonight? How's the body holding you up midway through the regular season?
Tonight it was actually pretty good to get back on the court. You know, going out there with my teammates, playing together as a team. Even though we didn't get the win, we still learned a lot of stuff from today. While I was out there, you know, I had a couple pain, but I still played through it. You know, everything's for the team.
Honestly, it felt good. Just getting back out there, getting back in rhythm, it felt good. So I mean, unfortunately we didn't win the game today, but I feel like it's still a learning. We won 3 in a row, lost today, so we still learning, still growing. I mean, different players every game, trying to figure out everybody. So still trying to figure it out and just keep trying to stack days.
Me personally, mostly because I'm tall, also, and I'm a fan of it. I would have played men's volleyball.
I'll say for me, volleyball. I used to play volleyball or swimming. I'm from the Virgin Islands, so I just swim.
Not a dust you in the pool.
Stop it.
I do. I play Fortnite, Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty, 2K sometimes.
I don't let it time. I give it to my nephew. I'm gonna get a new one though. So I'll be back in the swing of things in a couple of weeks.
My name is Hudson Austin. Like, if you weren't to play like Andy Pro, what would you do? Both of you.
Me, I would return to my hometown, you know, change it up, like buy some businesses, you know, because like me personally, my hometown is going down, so like, I try to do my most to change it and bring it back up.
I'll say I'll be back in the British Virgin Islands. I don't know what I'll be doing though. Probably working at, I don't know.
Working for me.
No. No. That's a good question though.
Abby Jones, Austin Network. I just want to talk about the pace of play and physicality today, and specifically the fast break points at 25. So what was difficult about bringing into transition?
Honestly, it was just like us sprint back on transition. It had a lot to do with it, and then it's not an excuse, but that cold air out there plays a big part in it. But like I said, it's not an excuse. We still got to get back and do what we're supposed to do.
I'll say for us, like I feel like on the whole year, like I feel like transition being one of our biggest flaws on our defense. But just getting back, I mean, we take shots, everybody takes shots. We just got to start looking at the ball and just sprint back. Because teams want to get easy points. We want to get easy points too. So just like getting back, stop trying to reach in the back court and stuff like that. So we're just trying to sprint back on defense. Who, Mark?
Mark, sorry.
Oh, I mean, me and Mark always talk about just being like the flame of the bench, trying to come in the game and trying to change it, be more aggressive, be more physical. And we just want to have fun. I mean, the starting five is the starting five, but as I say, we don't ain't no starting five in the NBA or in the G League. Everybody can play on that level, so we just trying to come out and do what we do best, have confidence, and just have fun with it.
Me personally, like it means a lot, especially like because on one of the days like these, it means a lot. Like to me personally, because I can go out there and play the game that I love. Because a man like Martin Luther King Jr. Made that possible for me. So like anytime we play on a day like this, I'm very very grateful.
I'll say it means a lot. I mean, just being a man of color, like like it's very powerful to see like us doing what we do and just doing it on a high level. So look at Martin Luther King, like he did what he did for us, like for the black or colored people. So just going out there and doing or giving our gifts, like God gave us gifts for a reason. So just showing that and doing it on this day is very special. So I think it's good.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Be too professional, bro.
Good.